Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. This guy's a freak of nature, LeBron James. For a guy with his size and his strength and his skill. How do you describe him, Shaq?
He's a football linebacker in an NBA uniform. He wears a double mouthpiece for a reason. Very physical game, very physical guy. He also says he wears it so he doesn't yell at the official. But this guy, like you said, Ernie, is a freak of nature. I played with him in Cleveland, 260, 270, 3% body fat. I wasn't even born with that low of a body fat.
And you certainly don't have it now. Let's send it over to Kevin Harlan.
Wow, Ernie.
Few of us do.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We're live at the United Center where the Chicago Bulls have home court advantage. So Cleveland will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. Smith is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess. Huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
Wow.
He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
James kicks to Mozgov. Outside Irving. And it's off from three-point range. Butler with the ball.
Well, J.R. Smith, the guy who can take your breath away with his talent one moment and then exasperate you the next. Unbelievable talent, but he can be erratic offensively, especially with his shot selection.
Stolen by Rose. 4-on-3 break. Shoots. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Irving against Rose. And there's the rejection. And they'll keep possession. They get it back. Thompson misses.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Derrick Rose again. Rose has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Cavaliers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Smith outside. He's looking for LeBron and finds him. Back to Smith. The kick out to Irving. Clock at 6. From about 19 feet. Good. Irving's got his first 2 points of the night. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Noah. Sinks that one from the post. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Irving passes to Smith. Irving with it. LeBron outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Thompson. From about 16. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Bulls have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And finished off by Noah.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Here's Butler. Gasol trying to free himself up, and Butler gets it to go on the assist by Rose.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
The Cavs just never really built any consistency last year for long stretches, and you know, when that happens, it's hard to get wins away from home.
Irving kicks to Mozgov. James outside. Smith outside. On the wing, Irving. Irving double team. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. That one goes. Count it. Mozgov's got his second basket of the night. Cleveland, as you said, struggling on the road last year. Only 14 road wins. It's not going to cut it.
That was a textbook shot from Rose, and pretty to boot.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, I briefly spoke with David Blatt. I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Pau Gasol under wraps in this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end, and the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Well, a big part of the problem for Cleveland last year was talent on the roster, so you can assume things will be different. Clark on the road for him this season.
Things are going to be different in a lot of ways as long as LeBron is leading the way. And they'll be on the same page. He'll make sure of that. So look for a lot different outcomes in Cleveland.
Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", a shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul-prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
Chicago leading by 4. Rose goes in, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Rose has got 8. And Mozgov, offensively, can get you some nice second-chance buckets.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Kevin, that he's a decent roll man in the pick and roll, and he can knock down the three-pointer on occasion. So, nice combination for that big guy.
Here's Mozgov. LeBron kicks to Smith. No good from outside. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Rose dishes to Noah. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 8 points for him.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
They set the screen. And here's James outside. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night. To the inside, Butler. That pushes it to double digits. Butler's got his 2nd basket.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Now here is Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Outside Rose. Good if it goes. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly. And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
Chicago leading by 11. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Brooks is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Well, Cleveland shooting an efficient 53% from the field.
Well, the Bulls were expected to play a role in free agency this past summer with all the cap room they had. A lot of options in terms of which way they could have gone. Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
It's Chicago with another bucket. Here's James. With the Bulls, it was thought that Melo or maybe even Wade could be one of their targets. But Clark, they opted to go big and bring in the former Laker Pau Gasol.
And you know what? To get Gasol in there might seem like overkill with Noah already manning the middle for Chicago. But I tell you what, his skill set will be a nice complement to Noah and the rest of that front line.
A long front line, huh?
Big time. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Irving attacking. Another miss by Irving.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Here's Mirotic. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Mirotic has got his first points of the game.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Here's Irving. 6 points for him. The pass to Shumpert. Kicks to James. Pass to Irving. Thompson sets the pick for Irving. 6 to shoot. Outside Irving. That's good. Irving's got 8 points.
Kyrie Irving 3 seasons ago was the only rookie in NBA history to shoot as well as he did from the three-pointers, the field, and the free throw line. There's no question about it. He is an elite shooter. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas. I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. Left side, Shumpert. Back to Irving. Irving double team. LeBron drives in. Second shot opportunity. Thompson misses.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Now here's Gibson, and the shot is good. Gibson's got 4 points this quarter.
Now they read the defense perfectly that time.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. On the wing, James. From downtown, another miss by James. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Gasol with it. Picked up by Thompson. A nice shot by Gasol.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Now here's Shumpert looking for his first basket still in this one.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
The Bulls leading by 21. Heinrich, right side. Here's Mirotic. It's Chicago with another bucket. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. And it's Miller in the corner. Outside Irving. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Back to Irving. Clock at 4. Fires from deep. Here's Thompson. The dish to Miller. Here's Shumpert. Tries yet again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting hand, Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man's work ethic and what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
Well, Thompson is ambidextrous. He throws a baseball right-handed, writes with his left. And you got to give him credit for taking a chance with a whole new method of shooting, and it's paying dividends.
And it's good. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. There's a good screen. Irving passes to Mozgov. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Mozgov's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Bulls leading by 22. From deep, Rose, another 3 for Chicago.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Irving kicks to LeBron. LeBron right side. Back to Irving from downtown. Can't get it to go. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Bulls just dominating this one. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I have Derrick Rose, and Derrick, you guys were scoring pretty nicely as a unit here tonight. How do you facilitate that?
Just be more efficient. I'm taking less shots, making sure that I make my shots and take my time on the offensive end and get people involved in the game.
Thank you, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, the magic ball. He just made great decisions in the first half and really doing.
It isn't a very common occurrence, Steve, to be on the receiving end of the pass. It's been the other way around here.
LeBron is the 3. J.R. Smith out there with Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the 5. Well, the Cavaliers largely underachieved last season. And a big part of that was constantly dealing with distractions the entire season, it seemed.
Yeah, it certainly appeared that way. It was always something with players fighting in-house or items getting leaked to the media and causing things to get stirred up. It's very hard when those distractions are circulating for you to be effective.
And that one's good by Noah. The Cavaliers shooting the ball at 42%. Irving drives in, takes the 12-footer and hits. Irving's got 12 in the game.
They've taken so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
The second chance effort, and Gasol lays it in. He's got 10.
And they've made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Timeout called, Cleveland. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved, and they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. He also said he wants them going hard to the boards at both ends of the floor, not just the defensive backboards. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Bulls have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Dunleavy, again Chicago. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Irving against Rose. The shot's good from Irving.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Chicago calls timeout. And here are the Bulls now. Lets it go from the wing, and it's Chicago scoring again.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through, and that's not something they should get away from.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. You didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Irving against Rose. Irving attacking. Smith on the wing, defended by Butler. Clock at 6. Here's Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's 18 points for Kyrie Irving. And Rose working to develop his floater with, Steve, his left hand as well.
Well, you don't see many players who can make a floater with either hand. I mean, something like that with his quickness, that would be impossible to defend.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Irving up top. He's covered by Rose. The drive by James. And he gets it to go. James has got his third basket of the night.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
Derrick Rose again.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
James kicks to Smith. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Thompson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Tristan Thompson, a really nice hustle player and defender. Chance to be a double-double guy. But, you know, as a former number 4 pick overall, I think expectations were probably a little too high for him. But he's turned into a very solid NBA player.
That free throw good from Thompson.
And Thompson, with really good length and athleticism, I still think he's developing his footwork and craftiness inside as far as understanding how to create angles to get his shot off. But he's young, and there's plenty of time, and he's shown plenty of promise.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for the Cavaliers. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Thompson made progress on his mid-range jump shot in year 2. Then last season, Steve, he switched his shooting hand entirely.
And, you know, pretty impressive results for year 1 of the experiment. I mean, that's where you never know. He could become a much better shooter over time with that right hand. We'll see.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Joakim Noah. And Thompson kicks to Smith. Irving from long range. And another miss by Cleveland.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dunleavy kicks it to Noah. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And that was very confident offense right there.
Rose against Irving. James a screen on Rose. Irving attacking. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got 6 rebounds here tonight. In the corner, it's Dunleavy. Puts one up from 19. Buries the jump shot. Dunleavy's got 4 this quarter.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
How about the delivery in the lane, just perfectly done.
Outside Butler. Gasol trying to free himself up. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And that's 10 points for Butler. The feed now to Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
Good, strong move, and not much defense there.
Rose dishes to Butler. For the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Smith the pass to LeBron, and they double up James. Here's Shumpert. Trying to get open is Thompson. Shumpert, no good.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Pass to Dunleavy. That will count. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Bulls opening up a huge gap. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Derrick Rose.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
Cavaliers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. At small forward and power forward, it's McDermott and Gibson. Brooks is out there with Heinrich, and it's Muhammad in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And Heinrich gets it to go. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
5 on the clock, and it's Miller penetrating. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, Clark, the NBA becoming more up-tempo, more wide open over the last decade or so. Last season, the league average pace was the fastest it's been in over 2 decades.
And I think fans and broadcasters enjoy seeing the guys play at that pace. You know, you go back to 2001, allowing zone defenses for the first time in the NBA. In 2003, eliminating 2 hand checks on the perimeter. I think those 2 changes made a significant difference.
Both free throws good for Miller.
And you think back to basketball around the turn of the century, scoring was grinding down. In fact, back in '99, the league averaged 91 points per game. Last season, it was 101 per game. So I think it's made for a more entertaining game, and from a rating standpoint, the fans agree.
Here's Dellavedova. Brooks covering. Jones kicks to Dellavedova. Miller against Heinrich. Miller dishes to Dellavedova. Jones for 3. The rebound by Gibson.
And you talk about the more free-flowing style we've seen emerge. I think the league is eager to continue that. The game of basketball is a game of movement and rhythm and spacing. For example, as scoring has gone up, fouls and free throws have declined somewhat over the last couple of years, and I really do believe that's good for the league, good for the game of basketball, because what happens at the pro level often trickles down to college and high school. Reducing those dead ball situations keeps the game moving, and it's a game of movement. You know that old saying, the more things change, the more things stay the same. That applies to Chicago. Once again, they were incredibly tough at home with their defense.
And he sinks the second. And that tough defense by the Bulls here in Chicago, Steve, helped them to 27 wins in the United Center.
Well, a tough defense can stifle a lot of teams, and the Bulls have that for sure. That's been the strength of their club for a long time, and when you add that to this kind of home court advantage, it's a pretty tough combination to beat.
Mozgov, no luck, so the Bulls will take it the other way.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Brooks, the pass to Heinrich. Wing shot on the way. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Dellavedova. He kicks it to Marion. Feeds it to Dellavedova. Mozgov down low. Mohamed's there.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Dishes to Miller. He feeds it to Jones. Back to Miller. Launches it. And that's good. James Jones for the triple.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Heinrich outside. Fires the three. And he gets the bucket.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches. That's how you answer.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you know the old saying. You've heard a number of commentators say it. You live by the 3, you die by the 3. But lately, more and more teams are casting their lot with the long ball, especially from the corner. Three-point attempts have been steadily rising for a quarter century now, and last season, for the 3rd season in a row, a new record was set with the league averaging over 21 attempts from behind the arc per game.
And going back to the rise of the 3 you guys were talking about, new records set all the time as the NBA embracing a somewhat more European style of play where, Steve, floor spacing is paramount.
Well, some people, Kevin, think that the three-pointer is still undervalued. I mean, you look at the top 15 teams in three-pointers made last season, all but 4 of them were playoff teams.
From 10 feet out, another one falls for Chicago. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Dellavedova. Miller with a screen on Brooks. Dellavedova kicks to Jones. Left side, Miller jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
For 3, Heinrich. That's good.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Dellavedova kicks to Miller. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Brooks outside. Shot from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Here's Dellavedova. Brooks covering. Dellavedova kicks to Jones. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Jones has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Cleveland. Chicago's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. McDermott, no one around him, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for Chicago.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Rose. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got. The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jones. And he hits the jump shot.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Brooks outside. Top of the key. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Kicks it to Miller. Three-pointer. And it's good.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
And Brooks gets it to go.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Dellavedova dishes to Marion. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. There's 18 seconds left in the game. The pass to Brooks. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Here's Gibson off on that one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Pau, congratulations on the win. Tell us about the approach that the team took tonight in maximizing its effectiveness on the offensive end.
I think we just concentrate and we work hard until the last second of every possession, and I think that's something that we want to continue to do and be consistent with. And you know, we're happy that today we were able to fight through everything and then still come out with a great win.
Congratulations, pal. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.